Hello and welcome to our videocast on the new SIMATIC S7 1200 compact controller. My name is Paul Ruhlin from Siemens Industry in the USA. This is part 2 of our multi-part series on the S7 1200 compact controller and how to use the new Step 7 basic software. Today we're going to cover reusable libraries, which is reusing pre-existing code in the structured logic architecture of the Step 7 basic software. For our programming task today, we're going to integrate this wiper control shown down here that goes back and forth across these three proxies into our existing project from part 1 of the webinar series. We're going to drag and drop pre-programmed wiper control libraries from a library repository into an existing project. We're going to show you how easily it is to parameterize this wiper control library using existing PLC tags without any typing or syntax necessary. We're going to drag and drop the start switch command signal to a physical input address without doing any other typing or knowing the syntax of the address. So to get started, we'll go into our portal view of the Step 7 basic programming software. We're going to open our previously programmed project from part 1 of this webinar series, and we're going to go into it and into the main cyclic block. And those of you that watched part 1, we did our start-stop seal-in circuit on rung number 1, network 1. And from this point, we're going to bring in that wiper control library. And we can go right over here to our libraries tab, and I've already pre-configured a library folder that I have maybe several portions of reusable code that maybe someone quite often uses for their machine or their control or their systems. And the idea is that we can just simply drag in these blocks that are already proven logic, already tested, into any existing or new project, and then bring over their tags into the tag database for this project, and then simply parameterize this particular block. And this saves a lot of repeat programming. See, we got all our tags in here. We can simply start parameterizing that particular block. So with that, we can just bring over its left proc sensor for that wiper arm, and then right proc sensor, and it's already doing its addressing and allocation of memory. We got an enunciated output for when it's in running mode, and then we have a direction control as well. And then for this particular case, for our start switch, as I mentioned, we're going to use our I/O configuration. So we're going to float this window and go into our device configuration that we previously showed, and we're going to use the drag and drop capability right to the switch that we want it wired. So in this particular case, we're going to bring it right to this third switch and not really need to know any addresses. So we're going to call this wiper start and bring it right over to this open input. So we know we got a hardwired switch on our test system right here. So with that, we can just simply download directly to the controller. We don't have to configure any communication or any kind of setup. It knows from our detection of the hardware and our connection. It'll tell us if the PLC happens to be in start or stop mode, and if we want to stop it to do this particular program change, walk us through the compiling and the loading of this updated logic, and then restart the PLC into run mode. And as we did in the previous part, we can go online with it quickly, no other dialogues or any other preferences that need to be utilized to be able to go online and test our logic and see status and power flow in the particular block or circuits that we are troubleshooting. So with this, I'll turn on that third switch as my wiper start. You can see it's active, and the wiper is oscillating between the two proxies and showing activation in its position, and we're up and running. So we didn't have to do any special programming. We didn't have to do any cut and pasting of any previous logic. These libraries can be stored on a server and can be brought right into a system quite easily. So the benefits of using the reusable libraries and the structural logic of the Step 7 basic software are that reusable libraries are easily configured for repeat function. No time-consuming data entry or typing or reusing logic cut and paste repeatedly. Drag and drop of libraries and tags from any location. These can be stored and archived as intellectual property for reuse in common repeat automation systems. User-friendly software, easy navigation. You see how everything was point and click, fill in the blank, reduces typing time, possibility of errors. Overall system capabilities is this one programming software for the S7-1200, one user program for logic, HMI, and networking. This greatly reduces engineering time, cost, easier to maintain. It's a global product line, has all Siemens controllers, worldwide approval, accepted across the industry. This is designed on S7 core technology, so you know it's future-proof, sustainable, easy to standardize and benefit. Thank you for viewing this webinar webcast, and hopefully that you'll view other videocasts in this seminar.